Shall we keep the energy up? Please welcome on stage the next comedian, Tom Clark! Hello everybody. I'm here to say words. Orange. Aardvark. Manatee. Trebuchet. No, but seriously, I'm really wondering what the hell I'm doing here, because I've never done stand-up before. I wrote this routine in about an hour. I'm basically here because Dan Collins appealed to me when I was drunk. And I just can't say no to that handsome face. Can we get some applause for Dan Collins' handsome face? Yes. No, but really, the reason I'm here is basically pride. After Dan originally asked me, he checked to see that I was actually going to be doing stand-up today several times. And every time I said, yeah, sure, I'll do it, I'll come along, even if it's just 5 minutes of just nothing, and I completely bomb. And Dan seems to have taken it a bit literally, because he's listed this night as an explosive evening of stand-up. So yeah, don't be expecting any terrorist acts, because that's not a joke I'm willing to make. We are too close to an airport. And I'm sure this is going on the internet because, yeah, that's terrible. And I would not do very well in prison, which gives me a good segue into what this stand-up routine is actually about, which is anal sex. And I just want to talk a bit about how I actually thought of this routine. I was on a Wikipedia page entitled Sodomy Law. And basically lists different countries and what laws they have about anal sex and stuff. And there are basically three basic paradigms related to these things. There's, people who are vehemently against anal sex or homosexual activity of any kind. There's those that basically go, yeah, let's have comprehensive laws that make sense and protect people. And then there's just people that have really out-of-date laws that don't make any sense at all. And one such law is the Canadian law, which says, every person who engages in an act of anal intercourse is guilty. But don't worry, because it also says, the above does not apply to any act engaged in private. So that's cool, so that just rules out, public anal sex, which I don't think anyone's seen really. But it also says, an act shall be deemed not to have been engaged in private if it is engaged in a public place, or if more than 2 persons take part or are present. So this raises some interesting questions. What happens if, say for example, these 3 people over here, well, let's just pretend it's Tom Claridge there and Richard too, and they're having anal sex, and they're in a room, and I'm coming across, and I walk into the room with my camera, and I go, oh, I'm gonna open the door. Oh, what's happening in here? Oh, they're having anal sex, and then I point the camera at myself. Have they just broken the law? So, yeah. That's basically it. Thank you very much for being such a great audience. Back to Dan. Dan, I guess?